Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Ask for what you want. Find the courage to ask for what you want. Others have the right to tell you yes or no, but you always have the right to ask. Likewise, everyone has the right to ask you for what they want, and you have the right to say yes or no. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 33, Nasdaq up 9, S&P's up 4, gold contract flat at $1,576 an ounce. Silver up 4 cents at $28.84 an ounce. Platinum up $5 at $1,594 an ounce. Copper up 2.5 pennies at $3.51 a pound. Light sweet crude up $1.13, trading out at $91.56 a barrel. Bonds down 28 ticks at 141.31. King dollar down 377 ticks at 82.13. Euro up 138 ticks, trading out at 131.05, and the yen up 82, getting weaker once again at 84.89. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You're at 1544. We did 662 million versus 680 yesterday. If we go look at the SPY, what you're going to see, you're just dying on the vine up here. That's the bottom line. So we look at the SPY. You did 80 million shares. Yesterday we did 94 million. The day before you did 121 million. Bottom line is that, anemic, yeah, extraordinary. When we take a look at the monthlies, of course, we've been talking about how you're coming into the last highs that are out here, and it's about as wild as you get and about as sick as you get. And specifically, what we're talking about, folks, is that the last monthlies up here, which was the first high of July, you had 3.5 billion. Then you did the test in October with 3.9 million, and we're pushing into that with 2.5 million. Not even close. Dow Industrials. We got to look at the Dow Industrials. What you have inside the Dow Industrials. Got to a higher high, up $33. No juice. Bottom line, statistically, the Dow Industrials got to the higher price. Why? Because they put 6 new stocks in the Dow Industrials in the last 6 years, last 5 years, actually. 2 of them, Chevron being one of the biggest movers anyway. But anyway, Nasdaq Composite basically flat, up $9. Composite had 1.6 billion, which is really short volume, by the way, versus 1.7. That should be banging out about about 2.2 billion. The 3 Qs. Absolutely no juice whatsoever. 3 Qs, what you had is this. 19 million shares. The 19 million shares is going against 67 million. Gold contract. We go over to gold. We take a look at gold. What we had with gold out here is this. Okay, so flat market. We're at 1577. It did 134,000 contracts. Now, it's actually nice that it did very light volume. The reason being, folks, is that it really was probably pushing into its lows versus pushing into its highs. Because we had a low price out here today of 1574. The high was of 1584. Bottom line, it's a sideways move. So if we go look at the GLD, which is the Street Tracks Trust, inside the trust, kind of same thing. He's down 54 cents, but that really is a sideways move. Inside the market in general, meaning the gold market, bottom line is that, Paulson's fund is down big money. I mean big money, folks. We'll go through those numbers, but those numbers come out today, and the specific numbers that came out were big numbers. Lost numbers, that is. Bond market. We go over and we take a look at the bond market. Bond market pullback of 378,000 contracts. That's still going into 500, but bonds came down today, no doubt about it. The low of when they took off from the bottom is 141.25, and right now we're at 141.30. King dollar. We go look at King dollar. King dollar pulled back big time also. King dollar pulled back down with 35,000 contracts. Now, what's going to be wild about watching King dollar is this. If So King Dollar has gone straight up since 78.91, and that has been since February 1st. Of course, we're on March 7th. Even how King Dollar came back today, it couldn't get to the swing point. You know, so the bottom line is going to be, okay, if King Dollar can't make it to 81.92, so let's talk about a normal retracement first. A normal retracement in a move like we just had would be King Dollar coming down a full 1 point, which a full 1 point is ends up 1,000 ticks. Bottom line is that all it can do today is come down 382, which was still over the highs of the last 3 days. 877-927-6648. Let's go to Dave in Colorado. Hey, Dave, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
Yes, sir.
Cool. What are we going to look at?
Solar City, SCTY.
Solar City. Okay, so they provide solar power energy services. The company provides design, financing, installation, monitoring to businesses, schools, nonprofits. The low is $8. The high is $20. That's for this year. It's trading out at $16.49. Okay, so you're looking to buy this?
Yeah, I haven't done anything yet. It's a fairly new stock, obviously.
Yeah, no, I can see that. And what I would do is I'd let me just see if, it's like 12.35 or something. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
What you want to do is this. You want to let it come all the way back down to right where it started. In the high. Okay, so right now, folks, you're at $16.49. You basically, they pushed it up. You can see what ended up happening today. Comes down with monster volume today, 2.6 million. That's after making a high with 1.5. That's set it up that 1270 will get tested. If you get the test on lighter volume, then this is where the problem comes. What you like to see, folks, is this: is that when you're coming down, and let's say you get the test with lighter volume, coming into the last time with volume, what you want to see before you actually buy it is a sign of strength somewhere up in the top side, and this doesn't have it, Dave.
Okay.
So I mean, even at that price point down there, there's not a target on the upside that it has to go to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, talking about normal retracements, I wonder when we're going to get this normal retracement in the S&P. It's got to be coming up soon.
Well,
it's crazy.
Well, when you look at the S&P, okay, if we go back 3 months, the SPY, went from a low out there of November, 138, gets up to 140, 145, pulls back 5 days to 139, rejects it again, does the next leg up, comes back again. Now it's up here at nothing. What happens is that it wants to hit swing points. I mean, that's how markets work. And it's hitting a swing point, So I suspect, last week, bottom line, that pullback was fast, was furious, and has the volume. So I suspect it's not going to be long. Cooking, brother.
See you, Tom.
Let's go to Peter in San Jose. Hey, Peter, what's going on?
Hey, Tom.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, thanks. How are you?
Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. Appreciate it.
Yeah, looking at Qs, the 3 Qs.
Yes.
To look at the daily, we go maybe 1 year back.
Okay.
I remember you talked about the 3 gap up, the third gap being the exhaustion gap.
Oh, look at that. Interesting. Yeah.
It was caught in the November 16th of last year. That's first gap, right?
Yeah, it is.
And then the beginning of this year is the second gap. So
yeah.
The third one is this Tuesday, or the 5th. So would that be the third exhaustion gap?
This is pretty, man, I appreciate this phone call. So what we're looking at, folks, it is a 3 gap. It is 3 gaps. This is what does happen, though. The first gap, folks, was a small gap. The second one was a huge gap. The third one is really not big enough to be a 3 gap play. And this is what happens, folks. Your formula on a 3 gap play is, Peter, you want the last gap to be twice as big as any of the other gaps. And, you can see that it's not, because that gap from December 31st to January 1st was a wide gap. You know?
Right.
So that's what you need. That an exhaustion gap will be basically twice as big as any of the other gaps. But this is pretty cool,
Okay.
man. I like it. I like it.
All right, thanks.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. And Pandora. Pandora closed at 11.73. Trading out at 14.17. We're going to be right back.